Hello, guys. Happy Friday. Welcome to File Feature Friday. How's everyone doing this afternoon? Is everyone ready for the weekend and have some fun plans and things going on this weekend? We are going to be cleaning up our porch. The pollen has been relentless, so we have got a big job ahead of us this weekend, and we're going to be getting rid of the pollen out there. So we've got that going on. So I'll give y'all a few minutes to come in and say hello and tell me where you're watching from and what you're doing and all the things and just what's going on. All right, so I have a fun file for you today. I had this file in my Etsy shop last year, and I totally forgot about it being a graduation file. And I had a couple people message me, and they were like, hey, do you have a 2021 version of this? And I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to update that. So I finally got it updated, and so that's what I'm going to paint for y'all today. I've got my tape over top of this, so you can't see it right now just because I want to keep those pieces in there. So I've cut this out, and I've got my backer. So this is my backer. Hey, Norma and Sandra and Ikeka and Tammy, how are y'all doing? So happy that you joined me today. So I've got I've got my little inside pieces coming out there. Anyway, this is my backer, and so you've got your graduation cap and your year, and I cut the backer out of 1/8 inch birch, and then I cut the front piece out of 1/4 inch, but you don't have to cut it out of 1/4 inch. You could do 1/8 inch for both of these layers, and it would be totally fine. I've got, oh, you're supposed to be working, Tammy. Uh-oh. So I have in the file, there's a couple different sizes. So if you have a Glowforge and you don't want to use your pass-through door or don't have a pass-through door, I've got, there are 4 files included in this set. Okay, so you have 2 that are Glowforge size. One has holes for hanging, so you'll have like 2 little holes up here, and they go through both the front piece and the backer, of course. And then the other one is just a plain piece, plain meaning it does not have hanging holes. So basically I have the small with or without holes, and then I have the large with or without holes. Okay, so the small one is, I think this is about 16 inches wide, but basically what I did in the file was I turned it this way so that it would fit on the Glowforge bit, and I sized it right up to like 10.5, a little over 10.5 inches. So it'll fit in there for you, like kind of turned this way, both, you know, the top piece and the backer. So you would need to use like 2 separate pieces of wood. So this is the small one. This is the Glowforge size one that I'm cutting for y'all today. The other one that's in there is, a big one. And so that one is, I think on the longest side, it's 22 inches. And so that one is, for like, if you have a bigger laser, I just didn't want to make like the big giant one. I don't actually have anyone to give this to, so I'm just making this just for fun, to show y'all how to paint it and all that. I was actually trying to come up with like what colors I was going to use for it. So I think I'm going to go back to my old high school colors and just do like red, white, and black, because the black really pops on there. Oh, you have a niece graduating in June, and you'll be making one for her. That's awesome. Okay, so guys, if you didn't get the text notification, then I always point the wrong direction. Then text hey to the number at the bottom of the screen, and then you'll be notified when I go live. So that number goes straight to my phone. I get your text. It's not a spam thing. Nobody's going to spam you, I promise. It's just me saying, hey, I'm going live, just to let you know so you don't miss my lives. Because, you know, a lot of y'all were like, I don't, you know, see the Facebook notification, because Facebook does not always show everything to everybody. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but just because you follow me on my Facebook page or you're in one of my groups does not mean that you're going to necessarily see me saying I'm going live on there, because Facebook just, their algorithm doesn't show everyone everything. So you may not see it. Okay, so we're going to get started. I am going to, let's see. I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave this on here while I paint it. I think that'd probably be the best way to do it. So I'm doing the small version without the hanging holes. And I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. But actually, now that I think about it, I think I might take the backer out because I'm going to need to take these pieces out anyway so I can paint them. Okay, that would make sense. So I'm just going to take my tape off. If I can get it off. I'll go ahead and just take that backer out. Set it aside. And we want to make sure that we keep track of what pieces go where, because that would be very tedious to have to go back and figure that out later on. So let me just put these back in here. And that way we know. All right, I'm going to move this up here kind of out of my way and just keep those pieces in the right spots. There we go. So we can get our color scheme straight because we don't want the same colors next to each other. Okay, so for this outside, I've been debating because like my last one that I did had gold for the edging. So y'all tell me, I don't have a silver, I thought I had a silver metallic paint, but I don't have it. So let me get rid of my banner here so I can see y'all and y'all can see the screen. Okay, so I'm like, do I use a paint pen or do I not use a paint pen? I really want to use a paint pen because that way my edges stay clean, but it does take a little longer with a paint pen. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's not so bad. Let me see. I'm going to try silver this time since I did gold last time. Put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. All right, so this is my silver Posca pen. And I honestly love it better than my silver paint that I can't seem to find. I can find my gold paint and my copper paint, but I cannot seem to find my silver paint. Which usually for metallic paints, if I use acrylic, then I go for the Folk Art. So this is my Folk Art. Y'all can see that. Sorry. I'm always trying to get this straight for y'all. This is metallic pure gold. But anyway, we're not using that. But I had gotten that out because I was debating on doing that. But I like Folk Art metallic paints. They have a nice finish. But my favorite is the Posca pens. Because you can get such a nice, neat finish, and you get to sit and color. The Posca silver is amazing. I agree. Both of the metallics, the silver and the gold. Does anybody have a Posca copper? I don't think I have that one. I just have the gold down there, I think. Yeah, that's the only metallic one I have. But they probably, I'm going to guess that they have a copper. So this would be cute if you want to make one as a door hanger. What you could do is you could cut this out, the Glowforge sized one, and then you could mount it onto a round backer and make a bigger sign out of it that way to hang up. But if you wanted to just hang it by itself, you totally could, or just like prop it somewhere. I need to get it played out. Get a plate that I can get some more paint coming out of here. I'm like, I know this paint pen's not low because I haven't had it that long. And you could also do the edge and like maybe white. Hey, Emmy, how are you this morning or this afternoon? Is it morning where you are? It's 1 o'clock here. I'm in Virginia. Now this paint's flowing better. But it is much easier to get these edges done with a paint pen. But it's probably a little tedious for y'all to sit here and watch me do. So I've started something new. If it's working, it looks like it's working. I have another camera mounted up here. So I've got 3 cameras going on now. I've got my front camera and my top camera, and then I've got another one that I plan on posting time lapses of the projects that I paint. So that one is doing the time lapse. So we'll see how that goes. But I have it set to do the automatic time lapse that iPhone does. And I can't remember, I heard someone say that that one is either really fast or not fast enough. Does anybody use the iPhone's time lapse feature and know if it's good or not, or if I need to just maybe record in real time and then edit it and make it fast so I can choose my speed? This is the first time I've done it, so we'll see. But if y'all do time-lapse videos, I'd love to know what your method is. I edit with iMovie because it's just easy because I have a MacBook. So it's just on my MacBook, and I can, I'm no expert at it, that is for sure, but I can definitely finagle my way through iMovie and figure that out if I have to. So, but I figured that if I could just do it straight from the iPhone, it would be easier. So funny story, not really funny, I guess. Sprint, wait, no, not Sprint, AT&T. AT&T sent us an extra phone. And they told me that we had to switch. Basically we switched service, and they told me that the phones were in stock, and then it turns out one of them wasn't in stock in the color, and so we ordered it in a different color, but they said that the other color would probably still eventually arrive, that they could not cancel the order, so we would just need to return the phone when it came. So months go by, and this other phone, which is really pretty, it's like a teal color, I wish I could use it, this other phone came. I mean, I probably could, I don't know. I'm so confused about this. Y'all tell me what you think. This is such a weird situation. So I go to try to return the new phone, like the pretty blue phone, and they can't find it on my account anywhere. Okay, so here we are in the age of computers that are supposed to make our lives easier, and they're basically telling me both in the store and on the phone that they have no record of sending me this phone. They can't find it anywhere. So I have this phone in the box, unopened, not turned on, sitting there for a couple more months, because I'm like, what do I do with this phone? And everybody's like, sell it. And I'm like, but its serial number is somehow linked to me, I guess. Right? I don't know. I don't know what to do with this phone. I'm like, can I use it? Can I sell it? What can I do with this phone? It's bizarre, right? First world problems. So finally I was like, okay, if I'm going to sit here with this cute phone in the box, I guess I'll just use it to record my videos. So that's what I'm going to do with it. Kristen says she uses time lapse on her iPhone. This is not, no, Tammy, this is not the fine point pens. This is a regular medium tip Posca pen. Shirley wants to know if I have had, hold on, let me make sure I can see. There we go. Any problems with my Thunder Laser? No, absolutely not. My Thunder Laser has been awesome, and customer service has been awesome. Brian is the rep who is like, he was the rep. They might have more reps in the United States now, but he was the rep in the United States that was basically the one that was helping everybody get their machines set up and get their shipping and their payment straight and all of that. So he was kind of the guy. And so he's in the Facebook group because there's a Thunder Facebook group. And so I don't know if that's on camera, if y'all can see that. I'm just painting the little tassel outside. I'm almost done with the edge. So Brian is the go-to man. He's awesome. He's very helpful. He has called me on the phone at night because I was having a problem. And I mean, the poor man never gets a break, I don't think, because he's always helping people with their machines. And it's not that their machine has something wrong with it. It's that we're just trying to figure out how to use them, because I got my laser and I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I didn't know anything about a laser. I was clueless. And my husband is not, an engineer. I say engineer because I feel like when I got my laser and I went to try to figure out things, I was going to a Facebook group that will remain nameless. I will not say the name of the Facebook group because they were not very helpful. They were not very nice. I felt really dumb when I would ask a question in this particular Facebook group. And it was all men. I mean, not all men, but it was mostly men. And that's fine. That's fine. Nothing against you wonderful guys out there. But it was almost like I felt not worthy of my machine. Like I would ask a question that I would fully admit, hey, this is a really dumb question, and I would get an answer like, well, if you don't know that, then you don't deserve a laser. And I'm like, okay, well, thank you very much for that. That is not helpful. Are the pens worth the extra cost? Yes, they absolutely are. Posca pens are worth the extra money versus some of the other paint pens out there. I'm not going to do this whole thing twice, y'all. Do not fret. I'm not going over I'm just going over these numbers again. I know y'all probably can't tell, but they need a second coat. The rest of it's fine. I'm probably using up all my silver. I should have used paint for this. I know that. Y'all know me. I love my markers. And I just didn't want to be sloppy and get it on the edges. So here we are painting with paint pens once again. Welcome to the Posca Pen Network. Yes, they are worth the money. Okay, so, and I have them linked on my page. If y'all want to know, if you want to link to the Posca pens to see them on Amazon, if you go to my website, lulubeandesigns.com, I have a supply list over there, and you can find the Posca pens on there, and they're awesome. And I would just go ahead and just get you a big set because the smaller sets, you're going to want the bigger ones. You're going to get a few pens and you're going to love them and you're going to want to have the big set with all the colors. Emmy, I did not say the name of the group because I'm being nice. So I'm not going to say the name of the group. It's a big group. It's not a Glowforge group. It's a laser group. All right. So I'm going to set that over there. And then we're going to do, all right, I'm going to leave my pieces here so they're all where they're supposed to be. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to do black, red, and white. So I've got black chalk paint. This is just Waverly black chalk paint, which is awesome, awesome chalk paint. And I'm probably just going to leave it right in the container. And what brush do I want to use? Probably this brush right here. Where's my paper towel? All right, so we're just going to start painting our little puzzle. No wonder you missed it. Yeah, I mean, I just don't want to be mean. But I would get like these obnoxious answers. And I'm like, really? This is not helping me. Not everybody in the group is an engineer. A lot of the guys in the group are engineers. And they know their laser stuff. That's kind of their wheelhouse, and it's not my wheelhouse. And so I found a nice home in the Thunder group that everyone in there is so helpful. I have asked the dumbest questions and I have gotten, the nicest answers. Everybody is super friendly. And I'm just trying to paint like a few, I'm trying to like spread my colors around a little bit. Do you think it's user-friendly? The Thunder Laser, Shirley, is that what you mean? Yes, it's very user-friendly. Lasers in general, they're not super complicated. I mean, there probably is some complicated stuff involved, but from a basic like user standpoint, I feel like if I can do it, then anybody can do it because it's not my area of expertise. And I honestly used my machine for a long time before I truly understood like some of the features of it. I just, for what I was doing, because I cut blanks and then I just cut out my projects that I paint, for y'all and for like gifts. And, I sell a few painted pieces, but I mostly sell blanks. So does that go that way? I guess we'll figure it out. And then I'm going to do this. I have a picture I'm glancing over at because I knew I'd mess this up if I didn't have the picture of the other one that I had done. Yes, the Glowforge is user-friendly. Okay, so y'all, so my Glowforge, I made my first cut yesterday. I thought I was going to video it. I did video it, but I couldn't get a good video of it because of where I laid my piece of wood and where the light was coming in the window. And there was such a glare that you really can't see what it's doing anyway. And it's nothing real special. It's literally me putting a piece of the proof grade wood that came with the machine in there and cutting out the, what is it called? The gift of something. I can't remember what it is. I'll show y'all what it is. This is the funny part. I don't know what this thing is. So y'all are going to laugh that I don't know what this is. And I want y'all to tell me, because a lot of y'all are Glowforge people. Okay, so the Gift of Plenty. That's what it's called. Okay, so here is my first Glowforge project. Okay, let me hold it up here so y'all can see on the upper camera. The Gift of Good Measure. Yes, that is what it's called, not the Gift of Plenty. Okay, so I joked with my friend yesterday who has a Glowforge. I was like, so what is this? Is this like a pasta measurer for like really small pasta portions? Like what? I don't know what it is still. She's like, I don't remember what that is. I don't remember what that is to measure. So y'all tell me what is this item that I have cut with my machine? It probably tells me on the dashboard and I just didn't see it. I just cut the first project that popped up and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to cut it and just see like how it works. And I'm going to tell you what, I was impressed because I mean, obviously I'm using the proof grade wood, which I now understand what y'all mean when you say proof grade. It's that wood that comes with the machine that has a little scanner on it. That probably cost a fortune if I was to order more, I'm guessing. So it automatically scans it and knows what settings to use. And it cut it and engraved it perfectly, just beautififully on the first try. So I was impressed. Oh, is it for measuring dowel rods? Okay. Well, don't we already know what the dowel rods are when you buy them? Don't they have a sticker on them that tells you? The purpose of it to show that it's scored, engraved, and cut. Just to show us like its possibilities, its capabilities. Emmy says, I used mine to measure for jewelry holes when I first started. Okay. All right. I've made jewelry before, but it's not my thing. Like I think we're done with the black. So I just, I don't like working with like little tiny things. It gives me a headache. Even if I have my glasses on, I've even used a magnifying glass, like lamp that I have. What do you call those lamps? Ot lights. I have a really nice Ot light that I got at a yard sale for a steal. If y'all know what Ot lights are, they're not cheap. And I got an Ot light for like $15 at a yard sale. I did the inch one because I don't really use metric as much. So I did the inch one. All right, so we're going to do red. I think I might need a little bit more. This red is Deco Art Americana, and it's just true red. Okay. Love Deco Art Americana. My favorite paint, y'all know. The longest part of this is painting that outline, honestly, y'all. This is a pretty quick project. So yeah, so I'm going to cut some more stuff, obviously, with my Glowforge. So my friend Joy, I was talking about my friend Joy. She is my friend who has a Glowforge, and she's actually looking at getting a bigger machine now. She loves her Glowforge, but she does want to go ahead and upgrade to a bigger machine. So she is coming over next week, and I think we're going to try to go live when she's here. Next, I think we said Wednesday. Did we say Wednesday? Yeah. So next Wednesday. And so we may do that. We may go live to do something Glowforge related instead of my usual I Want It Wednesday video. We'll see. But she is going to show me basically how to use my pass-through door and how to just basically set up a project from scratch without Proofgrade materials and to plug my own settings in. So she's going to show me how to do all of that. So I'm super grateful that she can show me, because I'm definitely going to learn more quickly that way than I would be if I was to just try to do it on my own. So I think I'm just going to wait until she comes and we're going to play with it and just have fun and have a craft day. You love your OttLite. I love my OttLite. My mom used my OttLite all the time when she used to come over and help me with my vinyl business. When I did vinyl, I don't know if y'all know this, but before I got a laser, I have a Silhouette machine. Before that, I had a Cricut. And so I sold vinyl items in my Etsy shop. So wine glasses, tumblers, t-shirts, tote bags. And so my mom would come over and she would weed my vinyl for me. And we would watch Hallmark Channel together. So I miss her coming over and doing that. I have not gotten to see my mother in a while because she was waiting to get her shots. So our get together is going to be Mother's Day, which I'm really looking forward to, because she really just wanted to have both of her shots so she could feel comfortable and all that. So I'm hosting over here. So I got to get the porch depollinated. It's really bad right now. Let's do this piece. Norma says she has the Pro and the pass-through door scares her. Yeah. So a lot of people say that it scares them, but I just know the kinds of things that I like to make, and I'm going to be needing my pass-through door for some stuff. So plus I want to get everything mastered so I can, show y'all some videos and all of that. I think that'll be fun. All right, is that the only other? I think that's the last piece that I want to do, that color. Okay, so I pulled out way too much red paint. Let's put some of that back so we're not wasting before it gets all clumped. I thought I would need way more than that. That red actually covered pretty good. I don't think I need another coat of it. So I have something fun also planned for y'all. Oh, by the way, sorry, y'all know I'm like squirrel. So don't let me forget. I'm going to talk about two things. I'm going to talk about my sunflower stuff, and I'm going to talk about my wedding stuff. Okay. So if I lose my train of thought here in a minute and I say, what was I going to tell y'all? Somebody remind me that it was wedding or sunflower. Okay. Because when I'm painting, I totally lose my train of thought. All right. So all right, I think I'm just going to paint straight out of here. This is white, so we're going to use some white chalk paint. I wish I had a referral code to give you for the Thunder Laser. I will ask them again, but the last time I asked them, Thunder didn't have a referral program. I hope that changes, because I would highly recommend them. Okay, so yesterday I told y'all that I was going to share, I'm sorry, I have a frog in my throat, that I was going to share a wedding Dropbox with you today instead of this. So I'm sorry that that's not what I'm painting today, but I did not have it totally ready, and I want to have it ready to go for y'all in 2 sizes. So if you don't know what a Dropbox is, it's like my Rainbow Baby one that I did back in March. And it is like a 3D guest book, so to speak, that you can make for different occasions. Some popular ones are baby showers and weddings. And what you do is you have a stand-up piece that includes an easel, and you've got little charms, I call them charms, that people come in. When they come in, they sign them and then they drop them in. And it's got an acrylic layer to it so that you can see all the little signed pieces. So the baby one was a rainbow one, and the little pieces that you dropped in were raindrops. I'm doing a wedding one, and the wedding one is hearts. And then what you drop in is smaller hearts. And then they come with the easel, and they come with a storage box for all the little charms to be stored in and all of that. So I am working on completing that file for y'all. And then, see, I didn't forget the sunflowers that I'm doing. That doesn't look right. Why doesn't that look right? Like it fits in there. Do I have that turned around wrong? Does it go like that? Why do I have a feeling I'm going to have a problem putting this back together? I didn't paint the wrong side. I don't know, y'all. I guess that'll go together. We'll see when I get it all assembled. Okay, let me see. Make sure I'm not missing y'all's comments. Hey, Roxana, how are you? For the shakers, where do you find the clear plastic and what glue do you use to put it together? Okay, so Roxana, are you in my SVG Clubhouse? Where is this red coming from? I'm getting like red in my white paint. Hold on, y'all. I don't want red in there. I still have red on my brush somehow. So if you're in my SVG Clubhouse, then all of that should be on your supply list for the month. If you're not, then it's on my website. If you go to lulubeandesigns.com and you click on supply list, it's all on there. It's called acetate. So yeah, if you're in the club, I thought you were, you should have a supply list that came in your email. And I also posted it in the group. I posted the links in the group to the Google Drive that has everything on it. And the supply list has all of that on there. And last month, the paint party that we did in there was me assembling the carrot shaker set. So that video is in the group as well. Got a hair on there. But it's called acetate. That's the clear stuff. If you don't want to use acrylic, which for shaker sets, I use acetate. It's just thinner, much thinner. Okay, so for the sunflowers, see, I'm proud of myself, y'all. I'm remembering. I'm also making tablescapes. So I've got my first tablescape file made, and I've just got to get the pieces cut out so I can show y'all. But the idea of the tablescapes is that you'll have some different items to set a table that's like a theme. So for the sunflower one, you've got place cards. You've got the words that you see, like people cut words out of wood and lay them across the place setting. So it's got words for that. You have a centerpiece, which is like a flower, like a planter box that's decorated with some sunflowers. And what is the other piece? I thought there was 4. I'm trying to remember what the other thing was. I cannot remember. I thought there was 4 pieces in it. I'll have to look. But anyway, so, and also I wanted to show you all the pictures. Let me show you the picture of the other. You are welcome, Roxana. This is the picture of last year's graduation cap and gown, the one that I'm painting now. This is last year's version. So I put a name across this one. And if you look in the file, by the way, if you want this file, it is in the video description today. If you click on the link and go to the file, I have the name of that font listed in the listing description. So if you want to make a name to go across yours, that's a good way to personalize it. Or if you do the idea where you mount this onto a round board, then you could always put the name like below the hat next to the tassel in that kind of empty space. You could put it there or wherever you wanted. You could put, you know, a little phrase with it if you wanted to. If you like the name of the mascot, you know, you could put that kind of thing in there. That would be cute. There's lots of different things you could do with this. All right, this one goes there, and I got one more piece. And then ideally, of course, I would give this white paint 2 coats because you kind of pretty much always have to do 2 coats of white. But I'm not going to do that since we're live and take up all that time. But that will definitely make that white color pop a lot more and be like a truer, like brighter white, you know. Okay, so I think we're just about done and we can put our puzzle together. Okay. That white paint always gets like crumbs everywhere. All right, so I'm not going to glue all this like while I'm on camera, but just to show y'all what I would do. So I would take my outline piece and I would glue it down to my backer. So that's the first step. So I'm just going to lay it on there. And the glue that I would use is my go-to glue that y'all know I love. And that is my Stick Fast thick glue. Okay. I should show that to all 3 cameras. And that is like super glue. So be super careful with it when you're using it because it does get, it can get on your skin and you don't want that to happen. All right, so we are going to put our puzzle together just to give you an idea of how it would look. But of course, once we glued the outline, then we would glue all these pieces in. How satisfying is it to put these together and how they just fit perfectly? I just love that. That's like my favorite part of the whole thing. I love making things that have inserts with my laser so I can just put the puzzle together when I'm done. All right, let's see. Did I leave those turned the right way? I think I did. Yep, I did. Okay, so that is what it looks like when it's all done. And I really like that with the silver. The other colors were pretty last year with the gold, but yeah, that one's really pretty with the silver. Let me turn it this way so we can see it on the time-lapse camera so that we've got that all done. All right, so that's it, guys. Easy project. You can knock that out in no time. And like I said, comes in 2 sizes and comes with the option for 2 little holes to be up here already for you or not to be there. So if you want to make it so it can hang up, you know, you can use twine or ribbon or wire, whatever y'all like to use. Then that's what the holes are for, so that you can hang your puzzle piece up. And and of course, because this is File Feature Friday, this file is 50% off starting today through the weekend. And you need to use code, what is the code? GradCap 2021. And GradCap is all caps. Okay, so GradCap 2021 is the code. And like I said, that's good all weekend until Sunday night. So grab this file if you have some graduation gifts to make. Oh, you have to resize it. Yeah, because what kind of laser do you have? I think you told me it's starts with a B, maybe? Yeah, so your bed is different. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I know it's hard to accommodate everyone. But yeah, just make sure if you have to resize anything that you grab all the pieces at one time and make sure your proportions are locked. Beam box. Yes, you have a beam box. Yeah, I didn't know what that was, but I've seen a couple of people say they have a beam box and it's just a smaller bed. Okay, well, thanks for joining me, guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. I've got some fun stuff planned for you, and I'll be back then. Talk to you later. Bye.